Welcome back. Is it your year to learn how to stand up paddleboard? We have Bodie Shandro joining us on the show today. He is a pro certified instructor and the owner of Paddle Serve It. Welcome back to the show.
As always, a pleasure coming back.
I'm sure you've had many days in the sun already this year.
You know what? More so on the ski hill, Susan. We had an amazing ski season, but yeah, I've been absorbing what I can over the course of the past few weeks. Looking forward to a lot more.
That's awesome. So for people who want to get it on the water, some people have thought about it for years and haven't done it. I understand that tomorrow there is a session, a free safety session.
Yes. So, you know, with more and more people getting involved every season and a little bit of earlier spring runoff this year, I thought, you know, really good timing to do a sort of an informal safety talk. We're going to talk about cold water immersion. We're going to talk about river safety. We're going to talk about Transport Canada requirements with respect to stand-up paddleboarding. It's all going down tomorrow night at TCC between 7 and 8 o'clock. It's all free. We're going to have some door prizes there as well. But yeah, we'd welcome everybody to come down and join us.
Fantastic. And it's an opportunity as well to learn more about learning how to do this.
Learning how, and even more importantly, more and more people are getting involved in the sport, and not surprisingly, we're seeing a lot of new brands enter the market, and they're being sold everywhere. And it's making it really difficult for people to decide, you know, just not only what to buy, but where to buy it.
Absolutely.
You know, what's the difference between a $500 board and a $3,000 board, or the difference between the board I can buy at the grocery store or I can buy at a pro shop? And really, truth be told, very few people need a $3,000 stand-up paddleboard. You know, if you're looking for a high-performance carbon fiber race board, that's great. But even fewer are happy after having sort of purchased the cheapest board that they can find. It seems like a good idea at the time. Get out, buy something, get involved in the sport. That is until they drop it, run into something, and they crack it, and it fills with water. It's so heavy that they really don't get to experience the glide or the experience of walking on water.
Right. We have a chart that we could show, actually. It just sort of gives you an idea of all the different things that actually go into these boards.
Yeah, and without getting into, you know, too much of the technical detail, you see that there's a lot of different materials that go into a quality stand-up paddleboard. The biggest tip that I provide to everybody is look for a reputable brand and shop that's been around, say, longer than stand-up paddleboarding has. And for example, SurfTech started building surfboards in 1989. They invented epoxy composite construction. They have 27 years of history in design, performance, and quality. And for really $1,200 to $1,500, you can get a board that's exponentially higher in quality. It's a great investment. It'll last you forever. At least you'll get your money back out of it if you decide to trade up or trade out.
Absolutely, absolutely. I always think going the middle of the line is usually the best way. You don't want the cheapest thing on the market. You probably don't need the most expensive thing, so sounds like a good fit. If we could put up the poster as well in regard to tomorrow night. This is a stand-up paddleboard safety talk taking place at the TCC, and you will be there, of course, Bodie, for people that would like to learn more. It's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. But before we take a break, we have one last poster to show, and that is this. Have a spectacular summer, but also in the left-hand corner, Business Excellent Awards winner from the Chamber of Commerce in Kamloops for 2015. A very sincere congratulations to you.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
You know, last year was a great summer. I got to share my passion for the sport of stand-up paddleboarding, not only with the local Kamloops business community or the local community, but visitors from all over the world as well. And to receive that award, to be honored with that award at the end of the season, was really capped it off. It was an icing on the cake for sure.
Well deserved. And we were talking about on the break the fact that when you started this 8 years ago and you were out on Heffley Lake, people looked at you and said, "What are you doing?" And now stand-up paddleboarding is very well known. It's been a fast climb to popularity, but you were right there at the beginning of it all.
I was very fortunate. You know, I missed the snowboarding craze getting on at that time, but you know, right place, right time. And really, we've talked about it a lot of times, it really is a sport that encompasses all of my passions, be it surfing, paddling, a little bit of fitness. So yeah, I welcome everybody up to beautiful Heffley Lake. Come out and try it out this season.
That's awesome. All right, Bodie, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Information on the screen if you'd like to get a hold of Bodie. His email is right there. But tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at TCC, if you'd like to learn more, we're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.